Vanessa Trump's story is closely tied to one of America's most famous families, but her journey began as Vanessa Kay Hayden in Manhattan. Born in 1977, she grew up in the vibrant heart of New York City, shaped by her mother's modeling agency and her stepfather's legal career. This blend of creativity and discipline gave her a unique perspective and a strong sense of self. Vanessa's life is not just about glamour, it's about navigating different worlds, from fashion runways to motherhood and public life. Her Upper East Side upbringing was comfortable, but not extravagant, laying the groundwork for her remarkable path. Surrounded by New York's ambition, she was exposed to diverse people and opportunities early on. Her mother's modeling work introduced her to fashion, while her stepfather's career added structure. These influences prepared her for the public life she would later lead. Vanessa's story is about more than her marriage. She was a New Yorker with her own dreams and ambitions. She built a career, made a name for herself, and created her own path before joining the Trump dynasty. This is just the beginning of her story, a journey marked by resilience and transformation. From fashion shows to family life, Vanessa's life is about adapting to new phases, each with its own challenges. Her story is one of strength, identity, and navigating the expectations of a very public world. Vanessa Hayden grew up in a townhouse on Manhattan's Upper East Side, raised by her mother Bonnie and stepfather Charles Hayden, a respected lawyer. Her family life was grounded and supportive, giving her a strong foundation. She attended the Dwight School, excelling academically and developing a passion for tennis, which reflected her competitive spirit. At Dwight, she gained confidence and the skills needed for future success. Influenced by her mother's modeling agency, Vanessa became interested in fashion and entertainment as a teen. Her early exposure to the industry sparked curiosity about a life beyond traditional paths. After high school, she studied psychology at Marymount Manhattan College, showing her interest in understanding people. Balancing college and modeling, she learned discipline and time management. These years were crucial in shaping her independence and ambition. Vanessa's upbringing was about more than privilege. It was about building character and resilience. She was always open to new experiences, eager to carve out her own identity. Her early life set the stage for her future as a model, businesswoman, and mother. Vanessa's Manhattan childhood was the first chapter in a life defined by adaptability and drive. Vanessa's modeling career began naturally, thanks to her mother's agency and her own striking looks. Signing with Wilhelmina models, she quickly became a sought-after face in magazines and ad campaigns. Modeling taught her professionalism, confidence, and how to navigate the public eye. She built a personal brand, gaining skills that would later help her in the spotlight of the Trump family. Vanessa's modeling years were about more than beauty. They were about independence and self-reliance. She also explored acting, landing a small role in the 2003 film Something's Gotta Give. This Hollywood experience showed her willingness to try new creative paths. Her time in fashion and film gave her financial independence and a sense of accomplishment. Vanessa proved she could succeed on her own terms, long before her name was linked to the Trumps. These experiences shaped her into a media-savvy, sophisticated woman. Her early career is often overlooked, but it's essential to understanding her journey. Vanessa's story is about determination and making her mark in tough industries. She was a rising star in her own right before entering the Trump world. Vanessa met Donald Trump Jr. in 2003 at a fashion show, thanks to an introduction by his famous father. The first meeting was brief and awkward, but a second, accidental introduction by Donald Sr. broke the ice. This memorable moment led to a real connection between Vanessa and Don Jr. They began dating, finding common ground in their public lives and busy New York careers. Their relationship developed gradually, not as a whirlwind romance, but as a steady partnership. Over 2 years, Vanessa became familiar with the Trump family's high-profile world. Don Jr. proposed with a large diamond ring, making their engagement a public event. Their journey from awkward introductions to engagement was set against New York's elite social scene. Vanessa's entry into the Trump family marked a major shift from her own background. She embraced the challenges and attention that came with joining such a powerful family. Their story is a modern romance shaped by public life and private connection. Vanessa's adaptability and poise helped her navigate this new world. The proposal was just the beginning of her transformation into a Trump. This chapter set the stage for her next role as a public figure and wife. Vanessa and Donald Trump Jr. married at Mar-a-Lago in 2005, a lavish event that signaled her official entry into the Trump dynasty. The wedding, attended by hundreds and covered by the media, was both personal and grand. Vanessa wore a gown she helped design, and the ceremony was officiated by Don Jr.'s aunt, making it deeply meaningful. The celebration marked the start of Vanessa's new life as Mrs. Trump, with all the attention and expectations that came with it. Joining the Trump family meant adapting to a world of high-profile events and constant media scrutiny. Vanessa supported her husband's role in the Trump organization and quickly learned to balance her own identity with her public responsibilities. She appeared at family functions, presenting a united front while maintaining her individuality. The wedding was more than a ceremony. It was a symbol of her entry into a powerful legacy. Vanessa's life became public property, and she handled the transition with grace. The grandeur of the event reflected the scale of the family she was joining. For Vanessa, it was the beginning of a journey filled with both joy and challenge. Her vows connected her to a legacy much bigger than herself. This moment set the course for the next decade of her life. After their wedding, Vanessa and Don Jr. started a family, with Vanessa embracing motherhood as her top priority. Their first child, Kai Madison, was born in 2007, followed by 4 more children over the next 7 years. Vanessa was a hands-on mother, deeply involved in her children's daily lives despite the family's public profile. She managed their schedules, helped with homework, and created a loving, stable home. Friends described her as a supermom, organized and dedicated to her children's well-being. Vanessa encouraged her kids' individual interests, supporting them in sports, arts, and other activities. She worked to give her children a normal childhood, protecting their privacy as much as possible. The challenge grew when her father-in-law became president, increasing public scrutiny. Through it all, Vanessa remained a steady, protective force for her family. Her focus on motherhood defined her character and life story. She balanced the demands of public life with her commitment to her children. Vanessa's dedication to family is central to who she is. Her role as a mother is her proudest achievement. Despite her focus on family, Vanessa pursued her passion for fashion by launching La Poshett, a luxury handbag line, in 2010. She was hands-on in every aspect, from design to marketing, using her industry experience to create timeless, stylish bags. Balancing business and motherhood required discipline and late nights, but Vanessa was determined to succeed. La Pochette was a moderate success, establishing her as a businesswoman with her own vision. As family and political demands grew, she eventually stepped back from the company. Though La Pochette is no longer active, it remains a testament to her entrepreneurial spirit. The experience gave her valuable skills and personal accomplishment. Vanessa proved she was more than a wife and mother. She was a creative entrepreneur. This chapter highlighted her drive to build something of her own. In 2018, Vanessa and Don Jr. announced their divorce after 12 years of marriage, surprising many. They emphasized their commitment to co-parenting and kept the process private, a rarity for such a public family. Vanessa focused on creating a stable, calm environment for her 5 children, prioritizing their well-being. She moved out and began to rebuild her life, rediscovering her identity outside the Trump name. Since the divorce, Vanessa has kept a low profile, rarely appearing in public or on social media. She remains dedicated to her children, co-parenting effectively with Don Jr. Friends describe her as strong, down-to-earth, and fiercely protective. Vanessa's post-divorce journey is about reclaiming her space and focusing on what matters most: her family. She has handled a difficult transition with dignity and resilience. Vanessa Trump remains a figure of public interest due to her connection to the Trump family and her unique journey. As the mother of the former president's grandchildren, she offers a rare, behind-the-scenes perspective on a powerful dynasty. Her story resonates because she's relatable, a mother who puts her children first and handled a public divorce with grace. Vanessa's choice to step back from the spotlight is refreshing in an age of constant self-promotion. Her transformation from model to Trump to businesswoman, and now single co-parent, shows resilience and adaptability. People are drawn to her strength and ability to maintain composure under pressure. Her privacy adds to her mystique, making the glimpses we get even more intriguing. Vanessa's journey is far from over, and her next chapter remains a subject of curiosity. She represents stability and normalcy within an extraordinary context. The world continues to watch, wondering what's next for the girl from the Upper East Side, who navigated the heart of American power and glamour.